Hello everyone, welcome to the Albert and Billy Show here on BTC Fiber TV, channel 18. On your local dial, on your local TV station, channel 18 BTC Fiber TV and BTC Fiber YouTube. Don't forget, we want you to subscribe. We're getting ever so closer to the 1,000 mark that we need, but please subscribe and tell people to subscribe to the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Me and Papa both would greatly appreciate that. And thanks for listening to us here as always on WUAT Radio. Program reminder for the radio station: you can listen to the ball game tonight. Kickoff is at 7. As Bledsoe County will be taking on, it's homecoming tonight, and they take on Telecom Plains. Here, out of the way.
It's not in the paper.
Yeah, oh, it's at Telecom Plains is who we play.
But what I'm saying is there's no pick between which one's going to win.
Bledsoe. Telecom Plains is, yes, Bledsoe's heavily favored.
Well, I'm just saying the sports writers didn't even include our game.
I mean, I didn't know that, but sometimes they don't include them all for whatever reason, and I don't really know why. I really don't. It don't make a whole lot of sense.
I'm sure you couldn't get all the teams in the surrounding area, but I would think we are in the Chattanooga market.
Of course we are, and which we were, you know, that's just, I hope the boys can hang in there. We need to win out to make the playoffs, and it is doable. We're through the hardest part of the schedule. Injuries has been the problem this season for Bledsoe. This is a good team. We were hoping it would be another year like last year, but when injuries come into play, though, it shakes things up, and they have to do the best that they can, and they've been hit hard with injuries this year.
Well, when key players go down, sometimes you don't have that same caliber person to step in.
And it's just happened to quite a few of them now. So most recently the quarterback. So hopefully we can get through these injuries and win out our remaining games, and Bledsoe will be back in the playoffs, and it'll be like starting a new season over again. You're 0-0 in the playoffs. Well, Papa, we want to wish a happy birthday to some people that had some birthdays this past week. Well, today, happy birthday to Loretta Hale. Her birthday is today, so happy birthday, Loretta. Earlier in the week, Monday, was Corey Swafford's birthday, Dina's grandson. Happy birthday, Corey.
All right.
And Ryan Troglin on the 12th. Chris Troglin, Lori Troglin's son, Ryan. Happy birthday, Ryan. And Miss Frances Cagle she turned 97 years young yesterday. So happy birthday, Miss Frances. Hope you had a great birthday yesterday. And also Wendy Gwynn had a birthday yesterday as well. So happy birthday, Wendy. And tomorrow's Barbara Roberson's birthday. So happy birthday, Barbara.
I remember when Barbara was born.
Well, we love Barbara, of course. So definitely want to wish her a happy birthday. And I hope it's a good one, Barbara. I do. Well, as always, we got some announcements, Papa.
Where would we be without announcements to announce?
I know it. We don't know what to do.
I would have to find more sports to write up.
Yeah, everything, really.
You would let me have marbles tournament, wouldn't you?
I might would on that. Well, but we do have plenty of announcements, so fear not, folks. Don't worry, no marbles tournaments anytime soon. The rescue squad is having a pulled pork dinner. That sounds good to me, real good.
When?
Tomorrow from 3 to 8 p.m. of course at the rescue squad. It doesn't say a price, but obviously there is going to be a price because they are volunteers. So leave a donation because it's not saying how much to leave. But obviously you want to leave something for that because it's for a very good cause.
If you don't leave enough, you might not get out.
You might need rescued from the rescue squad. Well, anyway, we got, let's see here. First Southern's having an event tomorrow, Papa.
Yes, we have.
It's the Fall Festival at First Southern. And is this the first time you've done that, or is it
no, this one is going to be kind of different.
Okay.
It's going to be outside.
Yes, yeah, I guess that's why I thought that. It is tomorrow, folks, at First Southern. It's from 5 to 8 p.m. Of course, First Southern is right on Main Street. Can't miss it. They're going to have fun, games, food, hay rides, family time around the fire, and more. That sounds like a good old time for Halloween, for fall. It's going to be, once again, tomorrow from 5 to 8 p.m. though. And I'm sure that'll be a good event too. Bargain Basement Thrift Shop wants you to know that they're going to be open tomorrow. That's obviously at the Methodist Church. It'll be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. All proceeds go for missions. And this is sponsored by the Pikeville United Methodist Women. So they will be open tomorrow. They're open like I think it's one Saturday of the month and one Thursday, seems like. But I do get thrown off by it sometimes. But I do know this, they're open tomorrow. We do know
there
that. You go. Ooh, there's a good one for next Saturday, Papa. Fall Creek Falls Fire Department, their breakfast. It always sounds good. We got to get out there and eat it sometime.
Theirs is different.
Theirs is different. It's unique because they got pancakes and biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, hash browns, bacon, sausage, country ham, fried bologna, fruit. To drink and get a glass of orange juice or a cup of coffee or a glass of milk. It's $7 a plate. Remember, it's for a really good cause though. And children 10 and under can eat for free. And of course, all this goes to help out the Fall Creek Falls Fire Department. So, therefore, it is for a good cause. So be there next Saturday. Fall Creek Falls breakfast. We need to go out there one day. It's
23rd.
That's right. Next Saturday. And then, well, next month, November the 27th, but it's time to start promoting this though, because it's a big event. It's the 25th annual too, so that's huge as well. I can't believe it. 25 years, 25th annual Christmas parade is going to be this year on Saturday, November the 27th at 5 p.m. right here in downtown Pikeville. You can also listen to that here on the radio. We cover that every year. The theme this year is Silver Bells, and the float needs to be decorated to represent what you or your business think of when you hear the song Silver Bells. Also again this year, half of the parade will be for gas or diesel powered vehicles pulling floats, and the second half of the parade is going to be for horses or mules pulling a wagon. Hopefully they'll have a few of them. And it says carriages, etc. These must be decorated just like the gas-pulled floats, and all entries should come in by the walking track to pay the $10 entry fee, and you'll receive your number. Floats should stay one car length apart during the parade. Remember, all floats must be in line for 4:45 p.m. The categories this year are business and industry, churches and families, schools and clubs, best horse, mule drawn float. Also, all floats should have posters on each side of the float telling who made the float.
I got one.
What?
November the 6th is a Saturday, and we're going to have the 200th episode of the Albert and Billy Show at Main Street Stage in downtown Pikeville at 2 o'clock on a Saturday, if everybody's convenient with that, I hope. And
I think so.
If Albert's okay with that,
if we
you
do
okay
it
with
on
that, Albert?
Friday, it'll be, people would still be at work at 2 o'clock in the day. I don't.
Yeah, and I think we'll have a lot more people to come out. There'll be plenty of room to be able to sit and bring your chairs if you want to, or sit at the tables.
Yeah.
What day?
It's November the 6th. It's Saturday the 6th.
I think I'll be gone.
Where will you be going? We talked about it last week.
Brittany's.
What's she doing November 6th?
Well, I don't know. Well, I do know.
We need to figure it out, though. We need to, but it is coming, though. The 200th episode
well, it's
of
going to be the
Billy
5th
Show.
or the 6th, and We told
maybe
this last
maybe we
week.
go up there on the 5th. Maybe we go up there
Fifth
on the 5th.
fifth would work too. We just have to make sure everybody understands to be sure to come and.
I've got to find
be
out
with
for
us.
sure, but
Apparently I do too, because I don't have a clue what Papa is talking about. And
it's
I
a
probably
big deal
should.
for Brittany. It's a
Okay.
big deal for Brittany.
That's cool, but you're going to have to tell me off camera.
I will off camera, but I won't on
I
camera.
already know what it is, but for some reason he failed to mention this last week. Didn't
Well, we
he?
didn't even. Well, we said the 5th last
Oh, we
week.
did.
Last week we
said
did
it
say
like
the
10
5th.
times. We even called the mayor.
Yeah,
I'll find out.
but we're gonna have it. We're gonna have the 200th
We're going to have a
episode.
200th episode, and it is going to be at the Main Street stage. That is for sure. You have to celebrate.
And it's still a little
200th
while away.
episode.
What time
It's
in the
going to be in
afternoon?
November. It's going to be in November. We're going to keep
2
it
o'clock,
at that.
or we can do it, whenever. But 2 is kind of our normal time. So,
Right.
Oh, that's not a bad time at all.
and it'll
so
be
stay
cooler.
tuned for that, folks, because that's
It'll be
going
cooler.
to be coming up in the month of November. We'll just say that for now. The big 200th episode. We want a good live audience there.
It'll be a lot of fun. Remember last
Maybe play some
time y'all had your
music in
100th
between. Yeah, the 100th episode. Was a
episode?
great
It was a
crowd.
lot of people here at Nickel Row.
200.
It was packed out. It was
Mhm.
packed, and they were a good audience too, because they participated, and that's what we want to see. We want to see a good
200.
audience. 200th
200.
episode.
How much longer do we have to go to get to 300?
Well,
Another couple of years.
a little while. Today is one. I think this is 197, I believe. 197, I believe, is what this one will be. So we're just like 3 episodes away from it. So feel free to visit our Facebook page, the Albert and Billy Show Facebook page. Any suggestions you have, feel free to put them on there. Let us know if you want to come to the 200th episode. We'll make sure that you can have a seat there. Always feel free to get on the Albert and Billy Show Facebook page and let us know what you're thinking, and we'll get back with you. And Papa, I'm going to let you take it. I did want to say though, I did forget something on the parade, and it's pretty big, so I need to say it. And it's big money. It's big money this year. It really is. The grand prize this year is going to be at least $1,000, and it says maybe more. Maybe
Oh,
more.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. We urge all businesses to open and take this opportunity to serve our community at this special time of year. I like that. I think they should be open too during the parade. I do. It looks better. It looks a lot better when the businesses are open.
Now, the date on this was November the what?
27th.
27th.
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize that's just a couple of days after Thanksgiving?
Mm-hmm. It always falls on that Friday after Thanksgiving. Our parade does. And Papa will be telling you about another event that we've been talking about that also kicks off that night. So he'll be talking about that here in the next few minutes.
All right, are you ready?
I am ready. I need a break.
We're going to have a Santa sack, and it's going to be held right over here at the Embers Ice Cream Shop. And if you'll come in that business on any Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday in the month of November and bring canned goods or a boy or a girl's new unwrapped toy, you'll get a free ice cream cone.
Well, that's cool.
Any flavor that you wish.
I would want Rocky Road. They have Rocky
Now,
Road.
those
sometimes.
Rocky Roads will tear up an ice cream truck.
They sure.
The can,
They sure would.
the canned goods will not be stored away somewhere for Cliff. They're going to use those canned goods to supply the Bledsoe County toy drive for Christmas for the boys and girls of Bledsoe County. They won't. If you're interested, call Cliff at 813-690-6888. Or you can call the Embers Ice Cream Shop at 447
It's an easier number.
3500. And this drive is being co-sponsored by Manderley Farms and by Citizens Tri-County Bank. They're underwriting some of the expense that they will incur.
Yeah,
But
that's good. That's a good event then.
they go to the local food banks, S, plural.
Mm-hmm.
There's more than one food bank in Bledsoe County.
Mhm.
Praise the Lord.
Oh, well, I guess they are.
Well,
Three.
I was down at our church
Two
today.
big
Oh,
ones.
church.
Two big ones.
Churches have it.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
I was down at our church today just for a little while, and while I was there were a couple of people came in, and they keep a file, and you identify yourself, and they go and get your name, and you see how many's in your family, and how big a box you get, and it's a big deal. And today, the Chattanooga Food Bank delivered us a brand new refrigerator
Well,
Wow.
Go Chattanooga Food Bank.
Yeah.
to use.
Cliff told me earlier today that this event last year got over 1,000 cans of food.
Oh,
Over
that's real
1,000.
good. Yeah, I think I remember that actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
It always does. This one, and they also do one.
Free ice cream, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is always good. This is their 6th annual, and then there's the one that the Sheriff's Department does, Toys for Tots. Both of those are really good. I always try to support both of those folks. Really good, and they help people out.
Okay, the toy pickup is on December the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I said food banks, but also if there's any teacher or Sunday school class that will turn in names to be the recipients of some of the food that will be gathered, they're available too for them. So they want every
good.
child in Bledsoe County to have a toy
Yeah.
for Christmas. So they want you to bring the canned goods in or a toy. They don't
Yes.
want used toys. They don't
No,
want used toys.
not no hand-me-downs.
So they want, listen, they're wanting you to help by donating toys if they,
Yeah, of course,
you don't
of course.
have any idea how many you will need, but Santa Claus needs help sometimes.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right,
Now our announcements are big today, aren't they?
now let's light up Pikeville. Because of the ultra drive that Lola Cell operates in,
Well, isn't that the truth?
there is an effort being made to have Pikeville lit up from the bypass on the south to the bypass on the north. Every home,
This is gonna be
every
really good.
business in Pikeville is to be lit up
That's
to
right.
let people know that we are a holiday spirited place.
That's right.
During this drive, which is spearheaded by Jeff, Henry, and by Lola,
Mm-hmm.
and other people are helping because
A lot.
the magnitude of this is astronomical.
It is, and they still. I mean, they're asking for help still.
They're,
If you
they're
can help
asking
them,
for
please
volunteers.
do.
But this is the big event. It will, on the night of the parade,
That's
the
it.
Christmas parade, that is the night that we will have the Christmas tree lighting on the courthouse
Mm-hmm.
lawn. And it's going to be big time.
Yeah.
I would not be
That's
surprised.
smart.
I would not be surprised if that tree's already 75 feet tall now.
I know. I'd say so because we done know they got $10,000. They may have more from other places now, for all we know. Which that's a lot right there, but they'll probably get more.
Well, that's true, but
Mhm.
the lights, they want people that live in Bledsoe County, people that live in Pikeville, to bring lights, lightly used, gently used, that work so that they can use those to light up Pikeville, but they need someone to hang those lights. So
Yeah,
they're wanting
exactly.
help from people to hang up the wreaths and hang up the lights.
That's right.
But at your own home, in your own business, do your part and decorate your part of it.
I mean, if you'll just do that, you're contributing to it.
When Israel was Jerusalem was destroyed, the fence was broken down. When Nehemiah came back in to rebuild the wall, he went around and contacted everybody that lived around that wall. And he said, you build back what part of the land that you own. You build that section. And your neighbor will build the next section. And your neighbor will build the next section. And that's the way to get things done.
Yeah.
Each person doing their part. And so there's going to be that Christmas tree lighting. There will be musical entertainment going on during the month of December. Church choirs will be singing. There will be a Christmas pageant. There will be evening shopping going on in the businesses in Pikeville.
Yeah,
vendors will be set up.
At night time, that's good.
The Pikeville Farmers Market will be open. There will be carriage rides in Pikeville, Tennessee.
That'll be pretty to see. I think
Up and down the streets of Pikeville, you will see carriages.
They said they want to make it look like a Hallmark Christmas card and
I've
movies.
I've heard that phraseology used.
I think Lola said it on here. I'm pretty sure
that
she
might
did.
be where
or Jeff did one of them said it.
Okay, there will be a Sunday afternoon tea party down at the Redbird Manor.
Yeah,
which is the house right across from First Southern Baptist Church. Big 2-story house, you can't miss it.
A lot of people would know it as the Arito House.
The Arito, or back in my heyday, it was the Tom Pope House.
Yeah.
Okay, there also will be a fella by the name of Santa available, and there will be pictures.
Who would have thought that?
There will be pictures made. Now here's what you do if you have lights or wreath or decorations that you want dropped off. This is where you drop them off.
Okay.
Sells Building Supply, right here on Main Street. Ember's Ice Cream Shop, right here on Main Street. If you do not have lights and you do not have a wreath to donate, but you have money, they will accept money. And you may drop that money off at either one of the banks in town, or also they will let you bring the money to Sequatchie Valley Electric Co-op and City Hall. Yeah. So you have 4 places to drop your money off that could be utilized to buy lights that will not be supplied by donations.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me tell you who you contact. Don't call me. You call Jeff Henry at 865-806-0612, and if Erin answers the phone, tell her you want to talk to her husband. Lola Sales can be reached by dialing 423-413-8178. And if Reed answers the phone, God bless you. This is a big event for Pikeville, folks.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. First annual. They want to make it an annual event. They are working extremely hard on this.
It sounds like it's a big event.
Oh, definitely. It is. It's just if everybody participates. And I think they will. I think they will. I want to have hope that they will. Because let's face it, that'd just be kind of sad if you didn't.
Well, every child in Bledsoe County that's going to get a toy, don't you know those same children heard Albert Roberts just now say that Santa Claus will be there, that they can have a picture made with him?
There'll be a lot wanting to do that. Santa always gets people excited.
I told you about the woman that was lined up to get in Santa's lap to get her request delivered for Christmas morning.
Say it again.
A beautiful 25-year-old woman is in line with the kids.
I don't think I've heard this.
Well, she's waiting her turn patiently as each child gets in Santa's lap and tells Santa what they want for Christmas. He keeps looking out of the corner of his eye and he sees this beautiful woman. And she keeps getting a little closer and finally it's her turn. And she sits down in Santa's lap.
The 25-year-old woman? Well,
and Santa says,
excited.
"What do you want for Christmas?" with a tongue in cheek. And she says, "Oh, Santa, it's not for me." He said, "Oh, it's not?" He said, "Well, what do you want?" She said, "I want you to bring my mother a rich son-in-law."
Santa was hoping it'd be him.
I want to know if Santa's lap has a age limit.
25-year-old woman.
Does Santa's lap have an age limit?
Apparently not. Apparently.
Or a weight limit. It may have a weight limit too.
That would be smart. That would be smart. Woo, that was a lot of announcements. Goodness. But we won't take a break yet. We still got some trivia.
Oh yeah, I have some
trivia for you.
I have some trivia.
So what have you got for trivia this
Please
week?
don't think of my trivia questions as being trivial, because I spend a lot of time debating what to write down here to ask and what not to write down here and ask.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not trivia to me. This is deep stuff.
I like how you ordered that.
A wiggly dessert.
A wiggly dessert. That is not much to go on. I don't think. What's it start? Give me a better clue.
J.
J.
J-E.
Wait, a wiggly?
Wiggly.
Oh, Jello.
Jello.
Oh, okay, okay.
I like mine. I like with fruit.
Yeah, I like Jello. For some reason, I don't eat it a lot, and I don't. So I guess.
Well, when you said wiggly, I was thinking Piggly Wiggly.
I did too.
The best cake you could ever get is to go in there and get a white icing, a white cake with buttercream icing.
Buttercream.
Wow, it's good stuff.
All right.
Yeah, buttercream.
Trivia question number 2. A rain ice pellet.
Hail.
Hail.
Yeah.
Hail.
Yeah. It can hit you upside the head if you're careful.
And make you say,
oh, it sure will.
Very small builder of hills.
Ants.
Ants and hills.
Yes.
And you know the best way, when you find an anthill, the best way to treat it, pour gas down it and strike a match.
I seen a video of that and it looked pretty rough. Boom, the whole yard.
Whale's diet.
Whale's diet.
What does a whale feed on?
A whale? Oh, a whale.
A whale in the ocean.
I know.
I thought he said quail.
What is their food?
It's not much. It's like plankton and like little stuff.
Krill?
Plankton. I'll accept plankton.
And you would think that they would eat.
Krill is the name. K-R-I-L-L.
It's little too, isn't it? So weird.
Little bitty tiny things.
How does that keep those
little baby
monsters
shrimp?
alive?
I think that's what it is, really.
But
Look how big they are, these whales.
But can you imagine whenever they open their mouth to engulf?
Well, I guess they eat
tons?
about
100 million.
I didn't think about that. They probably eat about 1 million in one bite. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
That's the way I like eating shrimp. That's the way I like eating shrimp too.
I love shrimp. Carolyn and I were courting in 1952.
They was a courting, folks.
And she invited me down to her house one Friday night after she got off from work. She said, I'm going to cook supper for you tonight. And I said, okay, it sounds good to me. And she had fried shrimp. I had never tasted shrimp before in my life. And Bud, let me tell you, to this day, if I go to a seafood place, guess what I order?
Fried shrimp.
Fried shrimp.
I like seafood.
This is a cuisine question. Tex blank.
Mex.
Tex-Mex.
There you go.
Good stuff.
I like Tex-Mex, yeah. I needed a good easy one.
You give me the last name of Eva or Jaja.
I can do that. Gabor.
Gabor. Eva you wouldn't get. But Jaja.
Jaja. Actually, yeah, Ava was on Green Acres. Green Acres, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think so.
She was.
I think so. All right.
And his name was Eddie Albert, wasn't it?
He was on Green Acres. He was a handsome dude, wasn't he?
and she was a beautiful woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and her and Jaja were they twins or something?
I don't think
they.
I never liked that show. He was so mean to her.
Jean.
He was mean.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he was so mean to her. I'd walk away with a black eye if I was mean to my wife like that.
I like how they climb up a telephone pole to use the telephone.
Yeah.
Remember that?
What do you call a bear's babies?
Cubs.
Cubs. Do you realize that when they're born, they're about the size of a walnut?
No, that would be strange to
That's
see
hard
a
to
bear
believe.
that little. I've never in life seen that. That's crazy.
And then probably somebody call in and prove me wrong.
We were up in Gatlinburg, and there was a bear and mama cubs, 4 cubs, in a tree that was right below us. A big old oak tree, probably over 100 feet tall, and she had got in the top of that tree and folded all the limbs down on the top of that tree and made a big old nest up in the top of that tree. And without being over the top of that tree, we would have never seen her.
Wow.
It was four babies and that mama up in the top of that tree.
Isn't that something?
Oh.
And I just seems so incredible. I still
And we
can't
call
believe
them
it just
dumb
to think about
animals.
it. Oh, they're
No,
not. They're smart.
I know they're smart.
All right, last question. Toyota Cash. What do you call currency in Kyoto?
What in
That's
the world?
Japan.
Oh, thank you. Like I would know that.
Yen?
Uh,
that's-
I don't even know what they use. Why do I know
Yen.
that? Yen. I've heard of that. Yeah.
Why yen?
Yeah, I have heard of that.
This
I didn't know it was
currency
money.
thing is going to get crazy.
Oh, it already is.
It's going to play out, but I don't think you don't need to panic. That's what gets us into these situations. Sometimes everybody panics and makes it 10 times worse, and of course the media doesn't help it with any of that. That will happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't even crash. It could.
My pastor
There's even
had.
talk of a new financial system, though. Like, there's a lot of things we just don't know.
We don't know. But yesterday, my pastor had his taxes done.
Mhm.
And he said they asked him questions about this new stuff already.
There will be a new financial system. I'm pretty confident
And
of
he
that. And
said-
that's a good thing.
And the man that
We don't
did
want it to
his
continue like it is.
taxes is Cecil Corbin right down here on the corner.
Well,
he was-
I don't know. Like, it's so controversial. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. They shouldn't be taking away, basically freedom of speech. It's like you have to agree with them, or they don't want to hear it. And you can't be that way. But there's a lot that does go on behind the scenes, and I'll just leave it at that.
It's
And
best
could-
it's best we do not know.
Yeah, we will, and it would be good. We need to go to that new financial system. We really do, because this one ain't working. This one isn't working at all.
Well,
this is inflation,
I think
intentional inflation. I'll just say it. That's what's going on. It's intentional.
I guess I'm in favor of socialism so that the rich will have to share with me.
Maybe, but they're more like communism, and I'm not going along with that. Not at all. Can't be like, they won't be communists. They can move to a communist country is the way I look at it. This is America.
That's all I have in trivia.
Trivia. I did pretty dang good, I think.
I got 2.
Yeah. They didn't get the
Those were
yen. I
words.
didn't know Japan. I just don't know how I'd know.
I
that.
don't know. Let me tell y'all,
I do
really,
know Mexico's, I think. Well, now I say it. What is it?
peso.
Peso. I have some of them. I've collected
The song "Three Coins in a Fountain." What was the currency in Italy? You remember that
I
song?
don't know.
3 coins in a fountain,
I don't think I do.
each one longing for happiness.
Beautiful voice like that.
Just, but you don't remember what the kind of currency was?
No, I really, because I don't know the song, so you're gonna have to tell me.
Libra.
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 So that's what Italy's is.
Italy.
Okay.
It was then. I don't know what it is now.
Probably yen.
I haven't been to Italy in a long time.
All right. Well, we'll be back after the commercial break with some sports of all sorts
Sports of all sorts.
and some good old Albertology. Yeah, the sports will be pretty positive this week.
They'll be very positive after last night.
Yeah, a lot went right on a few different things, so it won't be depressing this week. I'll leave it at that. You'll find out about it though coming up right after the break, folks. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Dunlap Mercantile, located in the heart of the beautiful Sequatchie Valley at 15664 Rankin Avenue in Dunlap, Tennessee. Stop in today for some Mayfield ice cream or a cup of community coffee, and if you're interested in renting this venue for your event, call 423-949-2552. Stay tuned to DunlapMercantile.com for concerts and events coming to the Dunlap Mercantile in 2021. God bless.
I'll take care of less today, Dylan. Oh, doggone, I lost my debit card.
Hey, use that new Mountain Valley Bank app we got. You know, Card Valet. You can freeze your card so nobody can use it till you find it.
That's a good idea, Dylan. Where was the last place I used my debit card?
I don't know. Hurry up. I can't stay this late for error. I feel like I'm doing the mannequin challenge. I'm gonna end up with lockjaw. Thank God.
The app freezes my debit card, Dylan, not you.
Oh.
Welcome back to the Albert Billy Show, folks. It's time for some sports, and like I said earlier before the break, it's actually good news on all fronts. That's a first for a long time, Papa.
Well, let's go back to last Saturday at Knoxville.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Tennessee versus South Carolina.
They delivered. They did. They come through.
Tennessee elevated their record to 4-2.
Oh, yeah. I'm impressed. They're winning the games that they have to win.
Well,
so far.
They won 45-20. The week before that, against Missouri, they scored 62 points.
Well, what have I said this whole time? That our new coach is an offensive guru. He specializes in offense, which I like it because it's going to make recruits want to come to Tennessee. They like to see offense. What is it? Offense sells tickets. It does. It looks good to the recruits, and I think this guy may work out. So I'm not going to say much more than that, but so far I have a good feeling about it.
Well, tomorrow will be our 7th game. I think we won 4 and lost 2.
I didn't think we'd be 4-2.
All right.
Didn't.
Tomorrow will be, we're going to be playing, who is it we play tomorrow?
Oh.
I'm not even going to say the name. Oh, it's Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
I can say the name. I just want to say his name. But I'll say it, Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin is coming. He's coming to town, and there's going to be some electricity flashing.
There'll be a lot of. There's still a lot of people in Tennessee that do not like Mr. Kiffin.
But last week, 82 or 83,000 people showed up.
This week's going to be
probably knowing we would beat South Carolina.
Yeah.
But tomorrow we will have a sellout crowd.
And it's going to be
102,000 people.
It's about time. Well, that's because they've got a product worth watching finally.
Well, they're not going to come to welcome Lane Kiffin back home.
Shoot, no. They're hoping we can beat him. he did handle that wrong, but I forgive. That was his dream job. We have to remember that he did leave Tennessee after a year, and it was wrong how he done that. But of course, the man didn't know that his dream job at Southern Cal was going to be open the next year. So
No.
and that was his dream job. So I've let it go.
And it was his home.
It was. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people would have made that decision probably.
Mark Wiedmer, the sports writer for the Chattanooga Times Free Press, said in the paper the other day, just how good can Heifels balls get?
I think they can get a
We're
lot
going
better.
to find out tomorrow.
I think we will. And we might be surprised Tennessee may beat Ole Miss. I mean, I can see it after the last 2 weeks. I have hope.
I made a mistake. I said that Vandy was on our schedule because they have been on our schedule every year, but they're not.
Oh man, that's
Here-
a bummer.
We're 4-2. Guess who our 4 teams remaining are?
I'm scared to ask. So you just go ahead
Lane Kiffin,
and Ole Miss Rebels.
Stoops, Saban, and Smart. That's who we play for the next 4 weeks.
It's gonna be
How many
tough.
wins do you see out of those 4?
I'm gonna say
Georgia's
one.
tough.
I'm gonna say 1.
Georgia's being tough.
Georgia's number 1.
Well, Tennessee. Yeah, they're not gonna beat Georgia. I mean, we can't get that crazy. This is his first year. They're not gonna beat Georgia. They're not gonna beat Alabama. But I think they can win one, maybe 2 of these games, maybe. But I think they can win 1 of them, surely.
Kentucky has not lost a game.
Yeah, normally Kentucky is like a gimme in football.
I think
but
the
they're good
Bullfrogs
this year.
play the Kentucky tomorrow.
So the
Bulldogs.
they're both undefeated right now,
One will have
but
a loss after tomorrow.
Yeah.
But Kentucky's is unexpected.
and Vanderbilt
That
plays
was-
South Carolina tomorrow, so one of them's going to have a win.
Yeah. I can't believe we don't play Vanderbilt though. That is so messed up.
That messed me up because I thought sure that would be another
Well,
one of
that
our
is
wins.
messed up. That is so messed up.
But we won 4. Last year we won 3, and those were all 3 in the SEC.
No, we're better this year though. You can tell. I can already tell this guy's a better coach than Jeremy Pruitt.
Oh, you better believe
A lot
he is.
better. Yeah.
What we have to worry about now is will he be satisfied with 102,000 seats taken up,
Hope so.
or
I
will
think
he get more money from another school?
He might get some offers. He might, but Tennessee
No
will
mind
have
about
to pay.
it.
Well, Tennessee will just have to pay. If they want to have a decent football program again, they are going to have to pay. It's just that simple.
Anyway, the ball game tomorrow night will be at 6:30 our time,
Hmm.
and we'll be playing Ole Miss Rebels.
Is it on ESPN? I believe
I
it's
don't-
probably on one of the ESPN networks.
It had to be on one of them.
Yeah, it's a big game.
In last week's contest, Evans touched the ball 15 times, and he had 16 times. He had 119 yards in less than 3 quarters. He got hurt.
Yeah.
But
Heck
anyway,
of a game, though.
Hooker threw 3 touchdown passes and ran for 1.
Yep, he did good too. The offense was great. The offense has
thing
been
about
great the last 2
Georgia,
weeks.
Georgia has used 2 different quarterbacks, 3 games apiece. So they
Georgia
don't have a star.
They just have a bunch of All-Americans
But we
playing
have
together.
we've created a star in Hooker stepping in and taking Joe Milton's place.
I think he's better than Milton. I really do.
He's shown that he is the quarterback, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, what do you think about the black uniforms?
I liked them.
I liked them. I liked them.
They look cool like that. I wish they'd do it again. That was cool looking.
I would think they might do that again.
I think they might. I
like the gray too. That dark gray looks good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hadn't seen that in a while, but it is a good one. This was the first time for the black.
Yeah.
It looked really good.
Okay, Georgia beat Auburn last week. UTC lost. Oklahoma and Texas had a shootout, and Oklahoma won that one.
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss beat Arkansas by 1 point.
Yeah, that was a
52-51.
Nail biter. I know Ole Miss can put up the points too.
Yeah,
They can.
I was blowing leaves last week a little bit off the porch and stuff, and heard this yelling and screaming. I walked in the house and Renee was yelling and screaming at the TV because she's alumni from Georgia.
Oh.
And so she's a huge Georgia Bulldogs fan. I always call them Georgia Bullfrogs.
But Kentucky beat LSU, and
I know, which LSU is down this year. I mean, but still, their LSU is still a good win.
They're down, but I believe Kentucky is up.
They are. I just don't think people were expecting it. I wasn't expecting them to be undefeated at this point in the season.
No. Okay, baseball.
Oh, he's been waiting for this, folks. How'd you Dodgers do, Papa? Let's just get it over with. How'd you Dodgers do?
My Dodgers won 106 ball games in the regular season, which closed last Sunday. However, the San Francisco Giants won 107 ball games at the conclusion of last Sunday's games.
Close.
So they were the winners of the Central Division, the Western Division.
Right.
So, because
of that,
the Dodgers had such a good record, they earned a wild card spot.
Well, yeah.
That wild card spot on the opposite side was St. Louis Cardinals. A one-game playoff to determine who got to play.
No, that's crazy. The Dodgers pulled it off.
So the Giants beat the Cardinals. That gave them 107 wins for the year.
Beat the Cardinals.
The Dodgers.
Yeah.
That gave them 107 wins. Same as the Giants.
Yep.
Okay. That entitled them then to play the Giants in the division playoffs.
Yeah.
3 out of 5.
Yeah, it was
3
a
out
good
of
series.
5. So, last night was the 5th game because they were 2-2.
I have a feeling that one would go down to the wire.
So we won last night. So now we play the Braves.
Yeah, the Braves. I watched that game too. They won.
All right, but listen. In those 5 games, we played against the Giants. They had won 107. They won 2.
So
that gives them 109 wins.
So your Dodgers got 110.
We had won 106. We won 4.
No,
we won 4.
That's right.
Now, in the regular season, we played them 19 times. They beat us 10. We beat them 9.
Talk about evenly matched.
But now,
because of that, they have to go on the road to start off this series with Atlanta.
But
who has a worse record.
But in 24 games between the Giants and the Dodgers, they're 12-12.
Oh, then that's dead even. That is, you don't get more evenly matched than that right there. You really don't.
The Braves beat the Brewers.
Yeah, I did catch like the second half of that ball game. I did watch that, and that was a good game too. The way they were down, I believe, 2-0 or something for a long time in that game, and then they just exploded.
Because the Dodgers beat the Cardinals in that one-game playoff, that wild card game, they fired their manager yesterday.
Ooh, I don't agree with that. That's a little.
They got rid of him.
Talk about
pressure. Last night in that game when we played, we had Julio. Let's see, what's his last name? Urias. 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 He's the only pitcher in baseball to win 20 ball games last year. This year.
Wow.
He was the only one to win 20.
Well, that's impressive then, I guess, for him.
Well, I'm proud.
Yeah, I bet you are.
All right. So tonight, Bledsoe County takes on Tellico Plains.
Yep. It's homecoming, folks.
It's homecoming game.
Radio listeners, you're listening live, so remember the homecoming game is tonight. You can listen to it here on WUAT. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Join Mike and Bradley. They'll have the call for the game. If you don't make it to the game, listen to it here on WUAT.
Well,
I think we're going to win. I think that's us going to get back on the winning track tonight.
I think we will.
Yeah.
That's all I have for
sports. Let me, while I do this, let's set, will you please set that over there, sir? Get another drink, Papa. We've had to talk a lot. We want to thank our sponsors.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Bilbrey Insurance over on Spring Street. Go ask Frank and Susan how Sadie's doing.
I'm not taking them many brownies lately. I need to take
I think I just scored them some brownies. Offices of Emma Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker. Farm Bureau Insurance. Go see Matt Massengale and his friendly staff down in South Pikeville by Putnam Reed Funeral Home for all your insurance needs. That's in South Pikeville. Farm Bureau Insurance. Pikeville Family Dentistry, Caddy Corners, Papa says to us here in our studios right on Main Street. The Loom, of course, our next door neighbor, longtime neighbor, Cumberland Avenue, Miss Judy Yates. Go see her at the Loom. She's got a little bit of everything in that store. Nicaro Antiques. If you've not been in Nicaro Antiques, you need to check it out. Literally, I forget how many booths they have in there, but it's a lot. It's different people setting up, local vendors, basically, local that have booths. So you have a great variety to choose from. A lot of things to choose from. So definitely you want to check that out.
Marbles.
Yeah, he's got.
I'm not kidding. They have marbles.
They do. That is true. And only Papa would notice that. But anyway,
why don't they play with square marbles?
Heck if I know. I mean,
that's called dice.
See, the Getting Place. Go get you something there at the Getting Place. Go get them good. Morgan Brothers, along with the venue and the Bank Walker Brewery. Which, if you've not just been in that place, I mean, I recommend you just go there to eat. The food's good and the atmosphere is really good. And it's just a really nice place. It really is. Just clean, nice. It's a place you would see like in a big city anywhere else. Like it's definitely comparison to what you'd see in any big town. So I strongly recommend you go check out that place out. It's nice. Gibbs Pools. We might know somebody that from there. I don't know.
They do a tremendous. They do a tremendous work. They have so many.
Well, I tell you that, Daryl.
Not me no more. Them boys of mine, they take care of it.
I said Gibbs Pools.
You did. You did. State Farm Insurance.
That's a pretty huge recommendation right there.
I know, right? Go see Nick Smith and his friendly staff for all your insurance needs. State Farm Insurance on the bypass by the dollar store. And a few other places. There's several businesses in that little area there, aren't they now?
Yes.
Also Milldown Outdoor Adventures. Owners Timmy and Michelle Campbell. The Country Gospel Bluegrass Showcase Sunday show.
Sunday.
Yeah.
8 a.m. Oh, and we've talked about her already today. Her big light up Christmas event, and she's got her business back open just in time to promote that. Her shop is back open. It's Lola's right here on Main Street. Go check it out.
Can't miss it.
All right.
I love to just go in there and look around.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh man,
I really
just love it.
It is. Well, all right, Albert. Let's hear some Albertology.
Do you know a lady by the name of Madonna?
Yeah, yeah. We're on TV and radio, so I ain't gonna say.
But there's no last name.
Right.
Just Madonna.
That's her.
I wonder if I could just go by Daryl. You know.
Yeah.
Cher.
Yeah, just one name.
Sure.
Cher's, I think, makes a little more sense though, because her name is something like Cheryl, or there was a reason. Madonna's is just, she just made up that name basically. They made up that name for her.
Well, back on October the 8th, They filmed a film of her in Lisbon, Portugal.
They did.
And the name of it was Madam X.
When was it?
It was back in 2020.
Oh.
And it follows Madonna's concert performance as Madam X.
Oh.
She has an eye patch over her eye.
I see that. She looks stupid right there.
But here, this article that I cut out is giving us 5 fun facts about Madonna.
Okay.
And she made the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame back in 08.
Well, yeah, she's obviously a huge star, but
she can probably write in her own figure what she wants.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's overrated though, in my opinion, big time.
Well, she's 63 years old and she
she's
still
a
has
good
clout.
Wow.
She's a
She
good
still
looking
has clout.
woman. She's really not 63, by the way. She is. Some people don't realize this, but some celebrities, and with women you would think they would do this, but some celebrities are actually younger than their listed age, and it's because when they were out getting their start,
They were so
a
young.
certain age, they were too young.
Oh,
So
come on.
So even
I've heard that about
women,
Madonna.
Madonna is not the age, the listed
She
age,
started
and
singing
there's
at like
several.
12 or 14, 13 years
Yes.
old or whatever, and she had
Yes.
to tell everybody she was 18 or
And
19.
it's surprising how many have done that. Like a lot of them are actually younger than their listed age.
Well,
That's crazy, isn't it?
she has certainly left her mark so far.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But in high school, she was a member of the cheer team in
See
Rochester
that.
Hills, Michigan.
Okay.
And her first, listen, she's written 18 books.
I didn't know
Her
that.
first children's book was The English Roses, and it was
She
published in
wrote the children's
2003. She has written 18 more books.
I never thought she'd write a kid's book. That'd be the last person I'd want
Yeah,
Well, the kids
I was
are
thinking
book.
the same thing.
Oh,
Would you
wow.
want your children to read
to.
it?
No, I doubt it. She's pretty wild, Papa.
Madonna
Yeah.
has been in 19 feature films.
Most of them taint.
She suffers from a fear of thunder.
Oh, I didn't know that.
People have phobias of
Yeah.
unreal things. Now, Paula's is real. Paula has a fear of snakes.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Thunder's kind of lame, but yeah. I mean, I guess loud booming thunder to scare people.
I'm too stupid to be scared of anything.
Yeah. Sometimes I think I am.
Here's the best
I'm
thing
not scared of
about,
spiders or nothing.
this is the best thing that the article gives about her.
Okay.
She opened the Mercy James Center for Pediatric Surgery and Intensive Care
I've heard of that.
in
That's
Malawi
Mm-hmm.
in 2017. And
Wow.
this
Naming the
is,
center after her daughter.
she named it after
In
her
Africa,
daughter.
right?
Wow.
Yeah, in
that's-
Africa.
In Africa.
Well, no, that's a good thing.
That's a
she's
great
done.
thing.
I'm glad to see some people that have money use the money for the good of others.
Amen.
Well, they should.
But you don't see it very
Enough.
often. You don't
You
see
can't outgive God.
No, no,
You
you
can't
can't.
outgive Him, no matter who you are.
I have 2 preachers in my mind. I'm not going to give their names right now, but both of them give out $100 bills.
Wow, that's
That's
pretty
not here. I'm just telling you.
yeah. I know. I was just looking.
They give out $100 bills,
Amen.
and they operate on that philosophy. You cannot outgive God.
You can't.
You don't give the $100 bills away to get $100
No,
bills.
no. Amen.
But you just give the $100 bills away because God wants you to. But
Right.
I never have given a $100 bill away. All right. The best United States cities for affordability and climate.
I see some familiar
There's
ones
some.
on there.
I believe all of these are in the South.
I like that.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Raleigh, North Carolina.
Beautiful.
Uh-huh.
Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah.
Mobile, Alabama.
Oh yeah.
Greensboro, North Carolina. I've been there.
Yeah, I've been to all these so far.
Norfolk, Virginia. I've been there.
Mhm.
Jackson, Mississippi. I've been there. Shreveport,
I also think
Louisiana.
I've been to all these, Papa.
Now here's the Tennessee. Nashville,
I'm glad to see Tennessee in there.
And Chattanooga is number 11.
Yeah.
And Memphis, there's 3 from Tennessee.
Good. Wow. That's good.
Then you got
Memphis is on there.
Me too.
Tallahassee, Florida, and Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, I can see those.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Birmingham, Alabama. But all 15 of those are in the South.
That is amazing, isn't it? I like that.
Well, I believe you can live in the South cheaper because of the tax structure in some of your northern states.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
The taxes are too high up there.
Well, all right. Pickles.
Back to the pickles. Pickles has been funny lately.
Grandpa's talking to his grandson, and he says, the best way to talk to a woman is to get her to talk about herself. Or give her a compliment.
Boy, that's true.
Tell her something that you like about her. So he goes up to his grandmother and he says, "Hi, Grandma." She says, "Well, hello, Nelson." So he remembers what his grandpa told him about telling them a compliment.
Right.
So he says, "I like the way the skin on your arms is kind of loose and flappy." I bet you she wanted to smack him.
You're going to get hate mail from that one,
Boy,
Papa.
he fudged that one up bad, didn't he? Dang.
Ask Marilyn.
Well, let's see what Miss Smart Lady has for us this week.
She says, "I love," this person that wrote this in said, "I love rearing my children, keeping house, cooking, and pampering my husband when he gets home from work." Well, I like that. But my best friends, which is a hairdresser and an attorney, they say I'm making a big mistake, that I'm not being as much as I can be, and when my children are grown, I'll have nothing to do. What do you think? Well, I believe satisfaction, not achievement, is the key to happiness.
That's true.
You have a life you love, and when the kids leave, you'll have a world of options. You can go to school, you can start a business, you can write a book, you can do everything you want to do.
Yeah.
I've never regretted a moment I spent with my children, and many things will go away, but many things will come to you.
Yeah.
And your friends may not have everything coming their way either.
True. That's true.
In Chattanooga, the fastest selling cars. And in Chattanooga, the Chattanooga house market has gone wild. The average time to sell your house is about 4.2 days. It's unreal.
Wow.
My son sold his house in 1 week for $100,000 more than his asking price. They got in a bidding war and they sold the house for $100,000 more.
And
over off 58, prime area on by the river.
I guess a lot of this has to do with where they're located.
Oh yeah, but 100,000 more than what they asking for? That's just crazy.
Well, I mean,
that's crazy money.
If that was just one scenario, I might concede, but I feel like y'all are saying this is.
Oh, it's Chattanooga. Yeah.
Okay, that's strange.
Paula's best friend, Gloria, she says she cannot get enough listings to supply her needs.
Wow, what in the world? That's crazy.
It's growing.
Yeah.
Well, stop and look at it this way.
Yeah, it's on that list.
When Carolyn and I got ready to build a house in Pikeville, we like to never found a lot. People didn't want to sell.
Right.
Everybody wants to sell here now.
This is unusual. It is.
The fastest selling cars in Chattanooga.
What does that mean exactly? Are they the fastest cars? Or
no, they set on the lot. They set on the lot the least amount of time.
Right, they go the fastest. Got you.
Toyota, 4.2 days.
Okay.
Toyota, that was the RAV4. The Tacoma, 4.9 days. Acura, 6.9 days. Toyota Highlander, 3 out of the top 5 were all Toyotas.
Yes.
The Ford F-150, 9.4 days. Now that's the new cars.
Yeah, let's see. some
Used
ones.
cars, Chevrolet Equinox, they stay on the lot 14 days. Honda Accord, 16. I figured a Honda Accord would be higher than that. Jeep Wrangler
That's good for used cars.
and Nissan Sentra
Yeah.
and Chevrolet Silverado.
Oh yeah.
We've got a Toyota Tundra, and that car, that truck drives and rides better than a Cadillac.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah, I mean it is amazing the way that truck drives.
What,
Yeah,
what is an optimist?
Well, I mean, you look. You're happy. You look. You have hope. You have hope always.
All right.
You try to make the
You
best
always
out of
heard
every
the
situation.
difference in an optimist and a pessimist.
Yeah,
A glass
complete
is
opposite.
half full
Mhm.
for the optimist,
half
half
empty.
empty for the pessimist.
Yes,
All right, now listen
yes.
to this. An optimist not only sees the glass half full,
Yeah.
he's thankful to have a glass.
Good point.
That's a good one.
All right, I've got
I'm not that optimistic.
a celebrity cipher by Hank Williams.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's hear it.
You got to have smelt a lot of You got to have smelt a lot of mule manure before you can sing like a hillbilly. He can sing like a hillbilly.
He must have smelled a lot of it.
I didn't know. I'd never heard that before.
Neither. That's funny.
This one is about Oprah.
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 Midnight
It said
Memory.
Oprah got hired. She was just some 23-year-old punk who needed to get hired so she could become Oprah. And she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when she first started in Nashville on radio.
Really?
Oh, I
And
didn't
she
know.
went
No,
to
she's on
the
there. I just
major.
remember. I remember like when
I
she
think
first burst on the scene.
I want to say
Kinda.
she worked for WSM. I'm not really sure though. I
Well, she
she
was- Well, she must have went to Chicago at some point.
She did. She worked in Nashville first though.
I think she's one woman,
Well,
one
she
person that
kept in
has
Chicago.
used her money wisely.
Oh yeah.
She has done some good.
Yes. And. Right.
Shall I go ahead and do the jokes now?
Yeah, that was a
Yes.
joke.
That was one right there.
I keep getting them mixed up, don't I?
I'm not a fan.
There's some things that she's done that's a little questionable, but she's done some good too.
I would say I've done some things questionable.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't elaborate.
You might want to tell where this next jokes are coming from, Albert.
This is more of the hillbilly dialect
Oh
to
gosh.
separate the north from the south.
Oh man.
You listen, when I work crossword puzzles, some of the clues will say Union Fold.
Oh, really?
So all you got to do is put down red,
Oh, okay.
RDB, if it's
I'll
three
be.
letters.
Wow.
I'm surprised that's even on a.
I am too.
All right. Pitcher, P-I-T-C-H-E-R.
Right. Okay.
What is that if you're in the South?
Well, I mean, it's not going to be what it's supposed to be.
Oh.
It's not going to be using a camera, I guess, is it?
It's not what you pour from a pitcher, it's what you hang on the wall. Picture.
Oh, well, that's kind of close, wasn't it?
Poe, P-O-E.
Oh, God. We po.
We po.
We so po.
Not Edgar
Like
Allan.
a po' boy.
Not Edgar Allan Poe, but Poe Boy.
You still get the shrimp that way at least.
We be po boys.
boy.
Poke, P-O-K-E.
See, that's a
I don't know.
paper sack. Is
That's what we would call it, but it's what meat comes from a hog. Oh,
oh, okay. See, a poke is a paper sack to me in
Yes.
Meaning pork.
Prize.
Well, that's funny.
P-R-I-Z-E, prize.
Say that again, that prize.
Prize, P-R-I-Z-E.
Well, it's going to mean the complete opposite of what we think. Well, I mean, I don't know, just tell me.
If a window's stuck, you prize it open.
prize.
Putty, P-U-T-T-Y.
Okay,
Putty.
If your window's leaking air,
putty in your hands. Yeah, I don't know.
It's what you are if you're not ugly.
used to go ask Edmund up there at 9 Mile. Asked him, how you doing? He'd say, well, I'm pretty. I love that about him.
Runt. R-U-N-T, runt.
It's going to be something crazy, Daryl, because I don't know. I don't know, just tell me.
He runt away.
Pappy says, if sweet cider turns hard, that's fine. But if it turns to vinegar, it's runt.
No.
Runt. I like apple vinegar.
Vinegar's good for you.
That's what they say. They say it's good for your gut.
It's
Yeah.
for a lot of things. It really is.
I'm sure it is, but I don't want to drink it.
Don't taste very well, does it? No.
All right. Get some of these right here.
And what are these here?
What are these here?
Myra was the church gossip.
Okay.
I reckon every church has to have one. I don't know.
Yeah, every town and every...
Though many disliked her, they feared her enough to keep silent. They didn't talk about her because she was the gossip. But she made a mistake one day when she accused Bob of being a drunk because she saw his truck parked in front of the local beer joint.
Uh-oh.
She said to him, anyone seeing it knows what you were doing. Saw your truck parked in front of the beer joint. So Bob didn't say a word to her, he just stared at her. He knew she was the town gossip and she's going to tell it everywhere.
Right.
He didn't say a word. He just walked away. He didn't defend it or he didn't deny it.
Mm-hmm.
But that evening, Bob parked his truck in front of Myra's house and left it all night.
Ooh, that serves her right.
Yeah.
Now what are you going to say, Myra?
She won't say nothing about that, will she? That's pretty smart of old Bob.
What do you call a man that goes swimming with no arms?
What do you call a man go swimming with no arm?
Bob.
Bob.
That's a bad joke. That's a bad joke.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Terrible,
now.
terrible,
Oh, wow.
A wife got so mad at her husband that she packed his bags and told him to get out.
Oh.
She's through with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's walking to the door
Okay.
and she yells at him and she says, I hope you die a long, slow, painful death.
Goodness.
He turned around and said, does that mean you want me to stay?
Ooh. Boy, these people, these just got some good comebacks.
Albert's just making all the women mad at him today.
That's right.
I've been careful not to talk about a certain woman.
Don't say any names, Albert.
Please.
Not. Now listen, this really got me. A passenger in a taxi cab leaned over to ask the driver a question and tapped him on the shoulder.
Uh-huh.
The driver of the taxi cab screamed, lost control of the cab, nearly hit a bus, drove up over the curb, and stopped just inches short of a large plate glass window. For a few moments, everything was silent in the car, and then the still shaking driver said, "I'm sorry, but you scared the daylights out of me." And the frightened passenger apologized to the driver and said, "I didn't realize a mere tap on your shoulder could frighten you so much."
Right.
The driver said, "Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's entirely my fault. This is my first day driving a cab. I've been driving a hearse for 25 years.
Ooh. That would scare you. That'd scare you.
He thought he was in a hearse still.
Can you let me out right up here?
Oh, yeah, shoot. Yeah, if he had been, if that happened to me, I'd jumped out of the vehicle. If it really was a hearse, you know. That's pretty good, Papa.
All right.
One more.
Jim asked his friend, Tony, whom he knew to be a bit of chauvinist,
Right.
what he was buying his wife for Valentine's Day. And he said, for Valentine's Day, his wife. So he said, I got her a belt and a bag.
Huh.
That sounds nice, said Jim. You must really know her fashion sense to buy her a belt and a bag.
Yeah, obviously.
What fashion sense? I'm trying to get the vacuum cleaner to work so she can do her job.
Ooh. Wow.
Wives are having a hard time to...
You better have husband jokes next week.
That is a good one.
That is a good one.
God.
I'm going to tell Renee that one.
You need to. That's good.
I got to be more careful.
All those were good.
Those were great.
They had some good comebacks in those. I like
Great
that.
show today.
Yeah, thank you. And we enjoyed it. And we hope y'all enjoy it too. And don't forget, we'll remind you again, we are having our big 200th episode coming up in the coming weeks. We'll have the date for you next week. We'll announce the date. So
Right,
stay tuned for that.
Tentatively, it's November the 6th.
Yeah, tentatively. But we're going to find out. Well,
That-
you're going to have to
is
find
that
out.
on Saturday?
That is a
Yeah,
Saturday. November the
Yes.
6th. We could do it on the
Were
5th.
were you listening last week at all? When we had this
Well,
That's the
I
plan
got
that
this
came up
phone
after
call. I
the
got this
fact.
phone call.
after last week.
After the fact, yeah.
Well, you didn't tell me that part.
We could also
I'm glad
do it
to
the
know
12th,
that, though.
I suppose, or the 13th.
Yeah, I mean,
Saturday the 13th.
that's why I say tentatively, but next week we'll have the date for you and tell you all the information you need to come to the taping of the 200th episode of the Albert and Billy Show. So stay tuned for that, folks. And we will see you guys next week for another all-new episode. So stay tuned for that and join us next week. Hope you guys have a great week, by the way. And we'll see you then.
And we
So,
hope Tennessee wins tomorrow.
that's right. Bye, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you later.
Hey, folks. Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks, everybody, for watching.